The mountains, with their challenging trails and majestic landscapes, hold fascinating secrets that have astonished adventurers for centuries. Along these trails, discoveries have been made ranging from intriguing natural wonders to places shrouded in mystery and eerie tales. In this article, we explore the 20 most impressive and terrifying discoveries made in mountains around the world, revealing what makes these regions so enigmatic and full of legends. But before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. 20. The rhythmic waterfall of Afton. Did you know that even nature has its own rhythm keeper? This river is an excellent example of the complex workings of nature. At the base of a steep mountain near the town of Afton, Wyoming, lies the largest rhythmic waterfall, also called the intermittent waterfall or the breathing waterfall. As the name suggests, this extraordinary waterfall is a vast mass of water that flows and pauses every 15 minutes. But the science behind it is even more fascinating than its rhythmic behavior. Imagine a simple experiment. Take a small, flexible tube or straw and two containers, one higher than the other. Fill the higher container with water, seal one end of the straw with your finger, and submerge the other end in the higher container. Now tilt the sealed end toward the lower container and release your finger. Watch as the water rises through the tube to the lower container. This phenomenon, known as the siphon effect, is what activates the intermittent waterfall. Here's how it works. Water flows into an underground cave, filling a narrow passage. When the water reaches a certain height in the passage, it activates the siphon effect, drawing water from the chamber and causing the spring to flow. As the water level drops, air enters the tube and interrupts the flow until the water replenishes. This cycle repeats, creating the fascinating rhythm of the intermittent flow. To witness this natural wonder, visit the rhythmic waterfall of Afton between late summer and fall. When underground water levels are lower, the water typically flows for about 18 minutes before pausing for 15 minutes. Thanks to Archel Gardner, who first observed this phenomenon in 1889, we now know about this marvel of nature. 19. Viking sword in the Norwegian mountains. In 2017, some reindeer hunters in Norway stumbled upon a surprising historical artifact during an expedition: a Viking sword. Amazingly well preserved, this sword, believed to date back to the period between 850 and 950 AD, is a relic from the Viking age of exploration and legendary maritime tales. Despite its advanced age, the sword showed minimal signs of deterioration, with only the sheath having a bit of rust. Organic materials like leather straps or bone and wooden decorations had long since decomposed in the earth. Surprisingly, the sword was wedged between two stones, but retained its shape and was relatively intact compared to other weapons of its time. The extreme cold and low pressure of the mountainous environment likely contributed to the sword's preservation. Fascinated by this discovery, researchers, accompanied by a metal detector and a local archaeologist, returned to the site hoping to uncover more historical artifacts. Unfortunately, their search revealed no significant additional findings on the mountain's surface. 18. The Stone Man of Nicaragua. Alberto Gutierrez, better known as the Hermit of Nicaragua or simply the Stone Man, is truly extraordinary. He made the bold decision to live in the peaceful mountains of Nicaragua, spending his days carving the mountain itself. Born on October 17, 1944, in a town near the city of Esteli, Alberto always felt a deep connection with the forest surrounding his home. At 33, amid the chaos of the Nicaraguan War, he decided to pursue a childhood dream he had since he was 9, to carve a mountain. This dream led him to Apanti Mountain, overlooking the TC Estanzuela Reserve, where he recognized the massive rock from his dream. Leaving his previous life behind, Alberto built a small wooden cabin on the mountain. Living without running water or electricity, using simple tools like pieces of steel bars and a metal blade, Alberto began sculpting the rock, transforming it into a diverse sculpture featuring elements like elephants and cheetahs. Despite his solitary lifestyle, Alberto became a local legend and a tourist attraction. Around 30,000 people from all over the world have visited him in the past decade. Ironically, Alberto's fame spread online, despite his unfamiliarity with technology. 17. The Green Boots of Everest. Green Boots is the nickname of a corpse found on the northwest side of the mountain, at an altitude of 28,000 feet above sea level. The body, wearing bright green boots, drew attention after French mountaineer Pierre Paperon filmed it in May 2001. At first, Sherpas claimed it was the body of a Chinese climber who died 6 months earlier, but later it was discovered that sightings of the body dated back to the late 1990s. According to the most widely accepted theory, the body is believed to be that of Indian mountaineer Tsewang Paljor, part of a group of 3 climbers in 1996. This assumption is supported by the fact that on the day of his death, he was wearing bright green koflak boots. However, some sources suggest the remains could belong to another climber from the same group, Doria Morup. The boots became a landmark and an altitude marker at 28,000 feet. In 2014, however, climbers noticed the body had disappeared from the slope, leading to speculation that someone might have buried it under the rocks. 16. The Creator's Map. In 1999, Russian scientist Alexander Chuev accidentally made a fascinating discovery: the first fragment of an extraordinary 3-dimensional map carved into durable dolomite. This stone map was identified by geologists from the Russian state of Bashkortostan. It depicts the highlands of the state capital, Ufa. But you might wonder, what's so surprising about that? Couldn't someone have recently made it to imitate known landscapes? Well, here's the twist. Experts who examined the map revealed something astonishing. Despite being incredibly similar to modern reliefs, they estimated its age to be tens of millions of years. But it gets even more intriguing. The method used to create this map is a mystery, an unknown technology lost to history. The dolomite forms the sturdy base, while a layer of silicon dioxide glass meticulously outlines the relief of Ufa. However, the question remains unanswered. Who could have created such a marvel when humanity was just a distant dream? Unfortunately, even the most learned scientists remain baffled by this artifact, known as the Creator's Map, which is at the center of heated debates. While some skeptics attribute its antiquity to the naturally ancient origin of the stone itself, others propose a more captivating theory, suggesting it could be a deliberate fabrication by modern scientists to capture global attention. 15. The gravity-defying mountain goat. If you've ever ventured into the mountains, you've probably witnessed the incredible spectacle of mountain goats defying gravity with ease. These creatures don't just scale rocky cliffs, they traverse them with the agility of a gymnast. But why do they climb these steep slopes if there's no grass to eat? As it turns out, like many related species, mountain goats have a vital need for salt. This mineral is essential for their survival, but the grass they usually graze on doesn't provide enough sodium chloride. So they embark on daring missions in search of this precious nutrient, sometimes even engaging in fierce battles just to secure a lick of salt. Amazingly, even in the most perilous situations, they maintain their balance while hanging over sheer drops. Their unique physiology, with split hooves and a sturdy structure, is perfectly adapted for climbing rocky terrain. Their hooves, equipped with a hard keratin outer layer and a soft inner pad, mold to the shape of the rocks, ensuring a secure grip with every step. While this agility might seem like something out of a fairy tale to humans, for mountain goats, it's simply a matter of survival in their steep, rocky habitat. 14. Ancient astronomy in southern Spain. In 2012, 3 archaeologists from southern Spain made an extraordinary discovery: a tomb over 5.4 billion years old. It was found near a solitary mountain in the region, but what truly distinguishes this tomb is its perfect alignment with the sunrise of the summer solstice, earning it the name Piedras Blancas. Every year, on June 21st, as the sun begins to rise, its rays create a stunning display of shadows and light on a stone wall within the tomb, a phenomenon similar to the famous Newgrange in Ireland. This celestial alignment highlights the incredible astronomical knowledge possessed by the Neolithic people, demonstrating how their profound understanding of the cosmos far exceeded what we might have imagined. 13. The secret legacy of Mount Rushmore. While countless tourists flock to marvel at the towering sculptures of 4 American presidents on Mount Rushmore, few are aware of the mysterious secret room hidden within the mountain. This concealed chamber, envisioned by the visionary artist behind the monument, is a legacy separate from the sculptures. Named the Hall of Records, it was designed to serve as a time capsule and convey messages to future civilizations about the purpose and significance of the monument. Initially conceived by the monument's creator, Gutzon Borglum, the room was meant to house important historical documents, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States, all hidden behind Abraham Lincoln's head. However, setbacks, including Borglum's death and insufficient funding, left the project abandoned, with only a small portion excavated. Despite its unfinished state, Mount Rushmore's secret room continues to fascinate visitors, adding an air of mystery to the monumental landmark. 12. The Dark Mysteries of Mount Lycaon. Let's journey back to ancient Greece, where archaeologists recently made a fascinating discovery on the slopes of Mount Lycaon. This site was famous for animal sacrifices to the mighty Zeus, but a recent finding has excited the archaeological community. Imagine standing amidst the breathtaking landscape of Mount Lycaon, where devotees once gathered to honor the king of the gods. It was here that a team of dedicated Greek-American researchers unearthed the bones of a teenager, dated to an astonishing 3,000 years ago. While animal sacrifices to Zeus were common on Mount Lycaon, this discovery raises a chilling possibility: the confirmation of a darker aspect of ancient culture, human sacrifice. This potential revelation could rewrite our understanding of ancient Greece, as it has long been believed that the Greeks avoided human sacrifice, unlike neighboring civilizations. Archaeologists proceed cautiously, carefully examining and evaluating the significance of these remains. Historical accounts from later periods mention the practice of human sacrifice on Mount Lycaon, adding yet another layer of mystery to this remarkable finding. As researchers delve into this ancient puzzle, the secrets of Mount Lycaon could unveil a legend from the ancient world that dates back millennia. 10. The Cradle of Gold. The Cradle of Gold, also known as Choqquequirao, was built by the powerful Inca Empire in southern Peru around the 15th century. It spans a vast area of over 4,000 hectares and reaches an impressive elevation of approximately 6,560 feet above sea level. When it comes to ancient wonders in Peru, Machu Picchu might be famous, but Choqquequirao shines even brighter as the true hidden gem of Inca civilization. Above the Apurimac River, Choqquequirao is believed to have been founded by Tupac Yupanqui, the 10th ruler of the Han dynasty and son of the renowned Pachacuti, the founder of Machu Picchu. It seems every great ruler wanted their own city. Inspired by the grandeur of Machu Picchu, Tupac Yupanqui decided to create his version. A few miles away, atop other surrounding Andean peaks, lie cities like Cochabamba, Huamanmarca, and Chocasuisui. All share similarities with Machu Picchu, including their architecture and construction techniques. Situated atop the mountains, these cities feature temples, elite residences, sewage systems, bathrooms, communal areas, and agricultural terraces. However, Choqquequirao stands out for its abundance of religious structures. Additionally, the Cradle of Gold is strategically aligned with the solstices of June and December, making it a significant ceremonial site for the Inca Empire. 9. Ancient treasures in the Swiss Alps. In 2020, on an ordinary day, a hiker made an extraordinary discovery in the Swiss Alps: an ancient Roman coin. This unexpected find sparked the interest of archaeologists, who began excavations between Amertenhor and the Wildstrubel Mountains at an elevation of approximately 8,500 feet above sea level. Their efforts were rewarded with the discovery of a hidden treasure: 100 coins, 27 crystals, 59 Roman shoe nails, a brooch, and even a leaf-shaped metal plate fragment. These objects emphasize the importance of the site, suggesting it may have been a sacred place, possibly an ancient pilgrimage destination where people left these offerings as acts of devotion. Think of it as an ancient version of a wishing well, where instead of tossing a penny, people left a Roman coin or a shiny rock crystal for good luck. The coins provide a chronology spanning from the 1st to the 5th century AD, covering the entire rise and fall of the Roman Empire. Interestingly, this wasn't an isolated incident. People visited this site for centuries. It was likely chosen for its natural beauty and possibly due to the abundance of rock crystals. The nearby town of Thun, with its Roman temples, further underscores the region's religious significance in ancient times. This discovery offers a fascinating glimpse into the rituals and beliefs of those who once roamed these majestic mountains. 8. The Secrets of the Cave of Terror. Above the vast plains bordering the Dead Sea, high atop the steep hills of the Judean desert, lie millennia-old mountain caves brimming with historical treasures. This is the region of Israel where Bedouin shepherds first unearthed the extraordinary Dead Sea Scrolls in the 1950s. Following this discovery, a frenzy was unleashed. Enthusiasts from all over flocked to the region, scouring every cave in hopes of finding fragments as valuable as the original scrolls. However, amid this chaos, one cave remained untouched: the ominous Cave of Horror. Located about 260 feet below the cliff's summit, surrounded by steep ravines and accessible only by descending the cliff face, this cave posed a significant challenge to treasure hunters searching for more scroll fragments. Recently, professional archaeologists equipped with modern technology ventured into the Cave of Horror, and their efforts led to incredible discoveries. They found fragments of biblical scrolls written in Greek, including pieces of the books of Zechariah, Nahum, and the 12 minor prophets. Even more astonishingly, the team uncovered a meticulously crafted basket dating back 10,500 years, the oldest complete basket ever found. They also discovered the mummified remains of a child from 6,000 years ago. These findings suggest the cave served as a hiding place for religious manuscripts in antiquity, but also appears to have been inhabited by prehistoric people. The mystery of how these early inhabitants navigated the treacherous terrain to reach this precarious location adds another layer of intrigue to this extraordinary archaeological treasure. 7. The Eerie Mysteries of Bhangar Fort. In the heart of Rajasthan, India, lies Bhangar Fort, a relic of a bygone era shrouded in mystery and chilling tales. Built in the 10th century by the younger brother of Raja Bhagwant Singh, this fort gained notoriety as one of the most haunted places in India. Mirza Raja Jai Singh was the 24th ruler of Amber, India. The legend of Bhangar Fort begins with a curse, the wrath of a sorcerer that ultimately brought devastating ruin to the city. It is said that the curse led to a terrible defeat for the ruler of Bhangar, resulting in the annihilation of his army and the brutal massacre of the city's inhabitants. The fate of the princess, a central figure in these stories, remains shrouded in mystery, with rumors claiming that she wanders the area in eternal anguish. The Archaeological Survey of India has placed warning signs around the fort, advising visitors to leave before sunset. Due to the area's reputation for inexplicable incidents, numerous stories circulate of people getting lost or experiencing accidents, leading to restrictions on foreign tourists entering without special authorization. Adding to the fort's mystique, it is surrounded by roofless houses, a phenomenon attributed to the sorcerer's curse. Local legend warns that any attempt to construct a roof will inevitably result in its collapse. Despite its ominous atmosphere, the fort houses ancient temples dedicated to Hindu deities, adding a spiritual dimension to its eerie ambiance. 6. The Mysterious Face of Reeks Island. At the edge of the Pacific Rim National Park, a recent discovery stunned observers: a massive, mysterious face carved into a cliff on an island. This human-like visage, etched into a rock amidst the wilderness, can be found on Reeks Island in British Columbia, Canada. Reeks Island is an isolated location, seldom visited due to its remoteness and challenging terrain. The person who uncovered this extraordinary carving was Hank Gus, a member of the Seshat First Nation. Hank learned about the face's existence from a kayaker who stumbled upon it. Skeptical, Hank embarked on a 2-year search to find the face, a testament to his dedication. Standing approximately 8 feet tall, the face bears a remarkable resemblance to other ancient art created by the Seshat people, who inhabited this region of British Columbia for millennia. It's no wonder that such archaeological treasures remain undiscovered in this vast wilderness, one of the last remaining pristine natural areas in the world. 5. The Ruins of Guyaju. Nestled in the district of Guyaju in Beijing, China, lies a captivating historical gem known as the Ruins of Guyaju. These extraordinary caves were discovered in 1984 during a survey of cultural relics. They stretch across the rocky slopes of Mount Tianguang and encompass over 350 chambers spread across the mountain's northern, southern, and eastern slopes. With approximately 117 caves to explore, the site resembles a honeycomb etched into the mountainside. What makes these caves particularly mesmerizing is the meticulous craftsmanship evident in their design. Each cave typically features 3 rooms, including cozy living spaces and storage areas. The Guyaju Caves, with rooms up to 65 feet in length and an average height of 5 feet, exhibit a sophisticated level of engineering with drainage and water storage systems. Throughout history, these chambers served various purposes, from community gatherings to religious ceremonies and storage. They even contain rock-carved furniture, such as beds and chandeliers, offering a fascinating glimpse into the past. Among the caves, one chamber stands out, the Golden Temple. Some believe this was the center for community meetings or religious rites. However, the identity of the ingenious creators of these caves remains a mystery. With no clear historical record of their existence, some speculate they were built by the Khmer, a Mongolian tribe that lived in the region over a millennium ago. Others suggest the chambers might have served as granaries during the Tang dynasty or military strongholds during the Han dynasty. The absence of organic materials for dating and the lack of frescoes or carvings within the caves only deepens the mystery. 4. The Bosnian Pyramids. In the scenic fields of Bosnia, near the town of Visoko, lies a cluster of hills that have sparked a blend of curiosity, controversy, and cultural pride. These hills, known as the Bosnian Pyramids, gained attention in 2005 when Samir Osmanagic, a Bosnian-American entrepreneur, proposed a bold idea. He suggested that these hills, including the largest, called Visosika Hill, were not natural formations, but ancient pyramid structures created by an advanced civilization. Osmanagic's claims were based on several observations, such as the pyramidal shape of the hills, their alignment with cardinal points, and the presence of underground tunnels, known as the Ravna tunnels. He even speculated that these hills might be over 30,000 years old, built by a civilization predating documented history, possibly the Illyrians. Osmanagic further claimed to have discovered standing waves in the area, which he believed could facilitate intergalactic communication. The idea of ancient pyramids in Bosnia quickly gained popularity, particularly among the local Bosnian population, who embraced them as a symbol of national pride and a connection to a glorious past. Visoko became a tourist destination, with local authorities and schools promoting visits to the site. However, Osmanagic's claims faced skepticism and criticism from the scientific community. Experts in archaeology and geology, including the European Association of Archaeologists, dismissed the claims as inconsistent with scientific facts. Scientists argued that the hills are natural formations common in many parts of the world. Geological analyses revealed that the hills consist of layers of clay conglomerate and sandstone, typical of the region's natural geological makeup. Qualified scientists also voiced concerns that Osmanagic's excavations could cause irreversible damage to legitimate archaeological and historical deposits. They criticized the methodology used in his research, and some experts cited by Osmanagic denied involvement in the project. Furthermore, claims of concrete blocks and evidence of ancient construction techniques lacked reliable scientific evidence. Despite the controversies, the mystery surrounding the Bosnian pyramids continues to captivate many imaginations. 3. Frozen steppes. In the mountains of Norway, near a vast glacial area, a tourist stumbled upon something unusual, a leather shoe trapped in the snow. Excited by the discovery, the tourist reported it to the scientific organization IC, which specializes in uncovering ancient artifacts. Radiocarbon analysis revealed that the sandal dated back to the 3rd century AD. Further explorations by archaeologists in the same area unearthed more preserved artifacts. The tourist's accidental discovery proved pivotal in uncovering an ancient route once used by traders, travelers, and locals. This route, often covered in snow, necessitated footwear that allowed for comfortable and safe movement, protecting feet from the cold, sharp stones. Interestingly, the sandals were manufactured in the Roman Empire. This connection led scientists to deduce that the people traveling through the Scandinavian mountains interacted with the Romans and likely learned to make similar shoes. This discovery sheds light on ancient trade routes and the cultural exchanges between such distant regions. 2. Brain tissue in the Semur tomb. In 2017, a remarkable discovery was made in the Semur tomb in Turkey, surprising archaeologists worldwide. While conducting studies in the area, scientists encountered an incredible find: preserved brain tissue. What makes this discovery extraordinary are the unique circumstances that led to its preservation for thousands of years. It began with a powerful earthquake that trapped an inhabitant under the rubble. Later, a devastating fire consumed the region, burning everything around it, including all the oxygen. Remarkably, this combination of events preserved the brain tissue. Although the brain dried out completely, the absence of moisture prevented decomposition. This is an extraordinary feat of preservation. The fire's location also played a crucial role in preserving the brain tissue. The soil in the area contained high levels of magnesium, potassium, and aluminum, which acted as key ingredients in an effective preservation process. This unique combination helped form adipocere, a substance highly effective at preserving human remains. The exceptional conservation of this brain tissue attracted significant scientific attention. Brain tissue is typically challenging to preserve due to its richness in enzymes and cells that rapidly deteriorate after death. However, this unexpected find inspired archaeologists to delve deeper into their explorations, hoping to uncover more ancient treasures around the tomb. 1. The Ötzi Peak Lookout. The Ötzi Peak Lookout is the highest viewing platform in Europe, situated in the majestic French Alps on the upper terrace of the Aiguille du Midi mountain at over 12,600 feet above sea level. The view from this lofty perch is breathtaking and not for the faint of heart. This daring structure consists of a fully transparent glass cube suspended atop the mountain. Even the floor of the lookout is transparent, providing a vertigo-inducing view of the abyss beneath your feet. While those afraid of heights may find their legs trembling, there's no need to worry. French architects meticulously designed this marvel to ensure maximum safety, using 3 layers of highly resistant glass. The lookout's installation took 3 years, adhering to strict safety protocols. While the concept of glass floors isn't entirely new, as seen with the Grand Canyon Skywalk or Mount Tianmen in China, the unparalleled panorama of the Italian and French Alps steals the show, leaving visitors breathless at this exclusive and stunning location. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.